Welcome back to Decode the Hacks. Today, we are cutting through the noise on a ransomware strain that's making headlines, Osiris. Some outlets are calling it the next WannaCry. But is that accurate? Or is it a premature hype? In the next few minutes, we are going to analyze what we actually know based on verified security research. So let's decode the ransomware Osiris. First, let's stripe away the hype and look at the hard fact. Osiris is a brand new ransomware strain that was officially disclosed just days ago, around January 22nd and 23rd, 2026. Now, I need to clear up a major confusion immediately. This is not the old Osiris variant from 2016. Back then, there was a version of Locky ransomware called Osiris. This new 2026 threat is completely unrelated. It's a fresh code base with modern, sophisticated evasion capabilities. We have only seen one confirmed attack so far, dated back to November 2025, which targeted a major food service operator in Southeast Asia. Who's behind it? The tradecraft suggests highly experienced operators. Security researchers at Symantec have found code similarities and tools overlap with the INC ransomware group, suggesting these might be former affiliates branching out. Technically, it's brutal. It uses hybrid encryption combining ECC and AES 128, generating a unique key for every single file it locks, making decryption without the master key mathematically impossible. Let's walk through what actually happened in this single known attack from November 2025. Days before deploying the ransomware, the attackers quietly exfiltrated sensitive data using a tool called rclone, uploading it to Wasabi cloud storage. This is classic double extortion. Encrypt your files and threaten to leak your data if you don't pay. One day before encryption, they staged their toolkit. Network scanners like NetScan and NetExec, remote management tools like Mesh Agent. They were methodically mapping the network and establishing persistent access. Then came the main event. They deployed a malicious driver called POORTRY in what's known as a bring your own vulnerable driver attack, essentially tricking the system into loading their malicious code with kernel level privileges to kill security software. Only after disabling defenses did they deploy the Osiris encryption payload and drop the ransom note demanding payment. Now let's get technical. How does Osiris actually work? Defense evasion. The attackers use that POORTRY driver I mentioned. This isn't some off-the-shelf vulnerable driver. POORTRY appears to be a custom-built malware that was somehow digitally signed, allowing it to run at Windows kernel level. They also deployed KillAV, a tool specifically designed to terminate security processes. Your antivirus dead before it even know what's happening. Access and control. For remote access, they used a modified version of Rust Desk, a legitimate remote desktop tool, but they disguised it to look like WinZip remote desktop, complete with a fake WinZip icon. They also enabled RDP across the network for persistent backdoor access. Credential harvesting. They deployed Mimikatz, the infamous credential dumping tool, to steal administrator password and move laterally across the network. Interestingly, they used a version with the file name cas.exe, the exact same file name previously used by INC ransomware attackers, which is why researchers suspect some connection. Encryption. The payload uses hybrid encryption elliptic curve combined with AES 128 in counter mode. Each file gets its own unique encryption key, and those keys are encrypted with the attacker's master key. Without that master key, recovery is impossible. And finally, data exfiltration. All your sensitive data was already uploaded to Wasabi cloud storage before you even knew you were compromised. So, why is everyone comparing Osiris to WannaCry? Let's quickly recap what made WannaCry so devastating back in May 2017. WannaCry was a wormable ransomware, meaning it cloud spreads itself automatically across the network without any human interaction. It exploited Eternal Blue, a vulnerability in Windows SMB protocol that was originally discovered by the NSA and later stolen and leaked by hackers. Within hours, WannaCry infected over 300,000 computers in more than 150 countries. The NHS in England was crippled. FedEx, Renault, Deutsche Bahn, massive organizations, ground to halt. The attack was eventually stopped by a researcher who discovered a kill switch hard-coded into the malware. The total damage estimates range from hundreds of millions to billions of dollars, and it's been attributed to North Korea's Lazarus group. Now, let's do a direct factual comparison. Is Osiris really the next WannaCry? Osiris has hit one confirmed victim. WannaCry hit over 300,000. That's not a comparison. That's 5 orders of magnitude difference. Osiris is a targeted attack requiring human operators for each infection. WannaCry was a self-propagating worm that spread automatically like wildfire. We don't know how exactly Osiris got in, possibly through compromised credentials or an unpatched system. WannaCry exploited a specific SMB vulnerability, Eternal Blue, which was publicly known. Attributions to Osiris are unknown, possibly former INC ransomware affiliates based on tools overlap, whereas WannaCry linked to North Korea with high confidence by multiple intelligence agencies. Talking about tactics, Osiris focuses on data theft first, then encryption, which means double extortion, whereas WannaCry just encrypted everything as fast as possible for ransom. So what's the current threat level for Osiris as of January 2026? This is an emerging threat on elevated watch. It's sophisticated, it's effective, and it's wielded by experienced operators. That makes it dangerous. But here's what we don't know. Who developed it? Is it ransomware as a service available for purchase? Or is it exclusively used by one group? How many attacks have actually happened that haven't been disclosed yet? What should you do? Monitor for dual-use tools like Rustdesk being deployed in your environment. Restrict RDP access, lock it down or disable it entirely. Enforce multi-factor authentication everywhere. Test your offline backups regularly and consider implementing driver block list to prevent BYOVD attacks. This is serious, but it's not WannaCry. Not yet. Let's wrap this up with the key takeaways. First, Osiris is a brand new ransomware strain, completely distinct from the 2016 Locky variant. Do not confuse the two. Second, it demonstrates advanced tactics. Bring your own vulnerable driver attacks, double extortion, sophisticated tool sets. This is professional grade malware. Third, and this is critical, there is zero evidence of WannaCry scale spread. One victim versus 300,000 is not comparable. Osiris is a targeted threat, not a global pandemic. Bottom line, stay alert, harden your endpoints, enforce MFA, test your backups, but do not panic. If you found this analysis valuable, hit that subscribe button. I am Pulkit Sharma from Decode the Hacks, and I'll see you in the next technical breakdown.